good night, darling.
Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Bye.
Can you tell me what happened?
We need you to tell us exactly what's happened here tonight.
Wendy, I just need to take your pulse. Can you tell me what happened?
Hey, Wendy, I know you've spoken to the police officers, but I'm a detective. Can you tell me what happened?
Wendy, I'm from the Rape Crisis Centre. Can you tell me what happened?
At the hospital, I waited to hear some magic words that would heal me. But I wasn't a patient. I was a crime scene. As the detectives examined every inch of my home for evidence, the doctor was doing the same to my body. I wondered what they thought of me.
Hi, Wendy, I'm Scott Fowler. I'm the detective in charge of your case.
He looked like the work experience kid.
Sorry about this. You know, forensics have to do their job. A little bit of soap and water should get it off.
The first person I called that morning was my boyfriend, Nick. I wasn't sure what to expect from him. Our relationship was only new.
I don't know what to say.
Two days after the assault, I went to the police station to make my official statement.
And at this point, was his penis erect?
Yes. It took 5 hours.
That's where we put the bad people.
Have you gone back to work yet?
Stupid fool for leaving the keys in the door.
Lucky you weren't really.
You're lucky you weren't murdered.
Shoulder's worse.
Just forget about it.
From comforting you at the hospital the other night and from cleaning your windows.
Get over 4 weeks off work.
Victim's compensation.
You're lucky.
What do you mean you get a government handout?
Over it. I know exactly how you feel. You have a big dick. When I split up with Tom last year, I felt depressed.
Get over
Forget
it.
about it.
Just, you know.
Forget about it.
A few days later, a friend decided a trip to the hairdresser would cheer me up. The hairdresser seemed to have trouble understanding that I didn't feel like talking.
Did you have a good weekend? Just cut it off.
And she did. At the hospital, I was given a pamphlet telling me how I might feel. All I knew was that on the night of the rape, the old me vanished. I didn't know who I was now. Later that week, I offered to drive a friend's daughters to childcare. My friend's car was French, so everything was back to front. The streets were familiar to me, yet it felt like I'd never driven on them before. I imagined every worst-case scenario.
No, Sarah, wait! Sarah! Sarah!
I'd never had a panic attack before. I don't have a clear memory of what happened, just fragments of thoughts, images, and feelings. His physique was similar to my boyfriend Nick's. In my stupor, I thought it was him. I thought Nick's had his hair cut. When it struck me that it wasn't Nick, fear pumped me full of adrenaline and I began to fight. I don't know what his face looked like or how long he raped me for. All I remember is the stench of his sweat and the body of a slim man with dark hair.
Get out!
Walking around my neighborhood was frightening. I'd look at every slim, dark-haired man and wonder if he was the man who raped me. I smelt that rancid stench. It was as if I had just been raped again.
I like your hair.
Thanks.
Every time I saw Nick, I remembered how I first thought he was the rapist. I hated Nick's body touching mine, but at the same time, I needed him to look after me.
I can't stay another night.
Why not?
Come on, Wendy. You've got other friends.
Nighttime was the worst. My neighbors became obsessive about security and installed sensor lights everywhere. I was convinced it was him, coming back to get me. For months, I would wake at the same time I was attacked, then lie there till dawn. So I made sure I always had something to read. I became an expert on all the gossip about Britney, Madonna, and our Nicole. One night I dreamt I was assaulted at a Hollywood party.
Oh, big smile, big smile.
Luckily, Brad came to my rescue. On the night of the assault, the doctor assured me the risk of HIV infection was low, but I only heard the word risk. For months, I lived with the fear that the rapist had contaminated my body with a hideous disease that would kill me slowly.